I think it's becoming a norm for smartphones to copy other smartphones' design. I mean, where's the place for uniqueness? First, it was the Redmi 14C with the Tecno Spark 30, and now it's the Tecno Pop 9 with smartphone. I mean, what is that? But aside from the design, I think that the Tecno Pop 9 is actually one of the lowest end device that says what it actually does. I mean, they say it and they do it as they say it. Aside from the fact that this device is selling for just $75, and Nigerian exchange rate has really messed things up for us, because tell me how the $75 smartphone is converted into Nigerian naira and we are buying it for 115,000 Nigerian naira. Why is that? Straight out of the box, you see highlight of some of the things that this device promises to give, some of which are 120 Hz of refresh rate, infrared remote control, that is IR blasters, 4.5G network, and other things. But that is what we get in the books, right? What about real life? In the box again, you get a plastic silicone case, a 15 watts of charging brick, a wired earphones, and a Type-C charging cable, and Tecno signature warranty card. So in this video, we are going to test this device to see if Tecno actually delivers all that they promise us in the books in this device. And we are also going to see what user experience feels like using this device. And lastly, we are also going to point out some of the flaws I think that Tecno should improve on to make their lower end device significantly better and to make users enjoy using these devices, aside from just selling it to us because they have to sell it. So if you're returning, welcome back, and if you're new here, kindly like and hit that subscribe button to support our channel. I think that's enough of an introduction. Now let's get right into the video. The device has a gradient matte finishing and comes in two colors, which are black and white. You get different storage options of up to 3 GB to up to 4 GB max of RAM, and 64 GB to up to 128 GB of memory storage maximum. You also get an extra storage option courtesy of the external SD card storage space in this device. The Pop 9 still maintain last year Pop 8 display specs, which is a 6.67 inches screen, a 720 by 1612p resolution, an LCD display, and 120 Hz of refresh rate with up to 450 nits of brightness, which doesn't do so well in sunlight. You might want to look out for the camera bump on the back of this device, especially because since it has a glossy finishing on the island, it can leave fingerprint stamps on it. And speaking of cameras, in the back you get a 13 megapixel sensor with dual flash and the IR blasters, which could pass for a camera sensor too, although it's not. You also get the 8 megapixel selfie camera, which is just there. Not great, just there like every other smartphone. Images from both cameras are not so great, and they are not so bad either, except in good lighting conditions. So you definitely want to manage your expectations, especially since this device is an entry-level device or a lower-end device from Tecno. So you should definitely manage what you're expecting from the cameras. Unlike what you get in the Pop 8, the Pop 9 processor is powered by the Unisoc T615 octa-core chip, but the performances on both Pop 8 and 9 are not very different as far as you're not trying to play any PUBG or CODM on this device. Subway Surfers will do just fine in this device, but if you're looking to play other graphic demanding games as I have mentioned, then you definitely want to look elsewhere, because this is not the device for you, and that is because the processor of this device is not able to carry all of those heavy demanding graphic tasks, but at least is enough to take care of your day-to-day activities like a normal average user would use. For battery, you get a 5000 mAh battery capacity that can give you up to a day battery life usage as an average user. Now to the big question, what can Tecno do to improve on their devices, on their lower end devices, to be more specific? Now I get that this device is a very budget friendly device, going for just $75, and definitely you should not expect too much from this device. But I also get that probably Tecno's target audience for this device is students, or basically anybody just looking for a smartphone to use but strictly on budget. But what I think Tecno should do is that it is not about producing new phones every time every year with no distinctive change, rather than just redesigning the looks and just throwing in the same old thing from other lower devices on these devices again. Rather, take your time and add some significant changes that will actually make users hungry for upgrade. I mean, you could add a few bucks, I understand, but do something that is better and not just in look. I mean, in the experience, performance, software, everything. Just make a change that we could say, okay, this is different from last year, and I mean, we will be fine. It doesn't have to be perfect like your flagships, but make something different for us. I mean, that is just it for me. And that's all I have for the Pop 9. I hope you found that useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. And that being said, until the next one, bye for now.